The Subaru Outback has earned a reputation for being one of the most practical and capable vehicles on the market. But besides so many impressive features, it also comes with a few uncomfortable truths you should know before you get into the process of getting one of these. Let's check out 6 reasons why it's best not to buy a Subaru Outback. Number 6. Underpowered base engine. Let's start with what's under the hood. The standard 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that comes in most Outback models is, to put it kindly, underwhelming. Despite Subaru's reputation for boxer engines with character, this one falls flat when it comes to real-world performance. Numbers don't lie. With just 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque, the base Outback needs a painful 8.5 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. That's not just slow by modern standards, it's genuinely frustrating when merging onto highways or trying to pass slower traffic on 2-lane roads. Professional automotive reviewers consistently describe the standard engine as lackluster, weak, and unremarkable. Edmunds testing confirmed the base engine delivers slow acceleration, while Car and Driver bluntly called it lazy. One frustrated owner on Cars.com didn't mince words, describing it as severely underpowered. Yes, there's an optional turbocharged engine that addresses these issues, but it's only available on higher, more expensive trims. That means most Outbacks on dealer lots are saddled with this uninspiring powertrain that feels out of place in a vehicle of this size and weight. While it might be adequate for city driving, load the Outback with passengers and cargo or head into hilly terrain, and you'll quickly find yourself wishing for more muscle under the hood. Number 5. CVT Transmission. Even if you could overlook the base engine's shortcomings, you'll still have to contend with the continuously variable transmission that comes standard in every Outback. And frankly, this might be the Outback's biggest disappointment. Subaru's Lineartronic CVT aims to deliver smooth power and optimal fuel economy, but the execution falls short in several key areas. Car and Driver described it as lazy with the base engine and recalcitrant, even when paired with a more powerful turbocharged option. Instead of enhancing performance, it dulls acceleration across the board. The driving experience suffers from a disconnect between what you expect when pressing the accelerator and what actually happens. One Reddit user summed it up perfectly: the CVT kind of sucks. Another described experiencing jerking during acceleration and noticeable pauses when the transmission attempts to simulate gear shifts. More concerning are the reliability questions. Some owners have reported transmission failures at relatively low mileage, leading to costly repairs once the warranty expires. A review on Cars.com mentioned a pattern of transmission issues across multiple Outbacks, describing the CVT as atrocious and unreliable. While Subaru has made improvements over the years, the fundamental character of this transmission remains a weak point. For a vehicle designed to inspire confidence on adventures, the unpredictable nature of the CVT creates the exact opposite feeling behind the wheel. Number 4. Poor sound insulation. You might think a vehicle positioned as a premium alternative to conventional SUVs would offer a quiet, refined cabin experience. Unfortunately, the Outback falls noticeably short in this area. Road noise, wind noise, and engine drone penetrate the cabin to a degree that makes highway travel more tiring than it should be. Edmunds specifically notes intrusive cabin noise at highway speeds as a significant drawback in their testing. Multiple owner reviews on Cars.com mentioned excessive noise levels, with one describing a loud driving experience at around 35 miles per hour, and another noting air whistling through the sunroof at higher speeds. The CVT compounds this issue by allowing the engine to drone at constant high RPMs during acceleration or when climbing hills. One Edmunds consumer reviewer described the engine noise as droning under acceleration from the CVT, creating an unpleasant soundtrack to your daily commute. This lack of sound insulation isn't just an annoyance, it impacts real-world usability. Owners have reported difficulty hearing conversations or enjoying music without turning up the volume to compensate for the ambient noise. For a vehicle that's likely to be used for longer road trips and outdoor adventures, this persistent cabin noise can significantly detract from the overall experience. Number 3. Tech and safety features. On paper, the Outback's tech offerings look impressive. The large 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen in higher trims certainly makes a statement, and the EyeSight driver assistance system comes standard across all models. But in practice, both systems have significant flaws that can range from annoying to potentially dangerous. Let's start with the infotainment system. The touchscreen is consistently described as slow to respond, overly complicated, and distracting to use while driving. Edmunds specifically calls out the big touchscreen as being slow to respond and burying many controls in complicated menus. Even simple tasks like adjusting climate controls or seat heaters require navigating through multiple menu screens. Owners have reported frequent glitches, freezing, and random reboots, One Edmunds reviewer described the center tablet frequently freezing or rebooting, while another Cars.com owner mentioned the screen occasionally going completely black and inoperable. The native voice recognition system doesn't help either, with Edmunds noting it isn't very accurate, forcing drivers back to the distracting touchscreen. The eyesight safety system has its own issues. While well-intentioned, many owners find certain features overly sensitive and intrusive. Cars.com reviewers reported problems with the lane centering system actively fighting the driver's inputs and the adaptive cruise control exhibiting excessive speed variations. Some owners have even described unexpected automatic braking in situations where no danger was present. One Reddit user recounted their pre-collision braking system activating randomly and the eyesight system over-braking in normal driving conditions. More concerning is the inability to permanently disable some of these features, forcing owners to contend with unwanted interventions on every drive. Number 2. Reliability concerns. Subaru has built a reputation for reliability, but the current generation Outback has several documented issues that should give potential buyers pause. Perhaps most widely reported is the tendency for windshields to crack easily or even spontaneously. VehicleHistory.com indicated that many current generation models experienced broken windshields within the first 5,000 miles of ownership. SubaruComplaints.com identifies cracked windshields as a common complaint, with some owners experiencing multiple cracks over a short period. Battery drain issues have also plagued many owners. SubaruComplaints.com highlights CAN system parasitic drain on the battery as a significant problem, with owners frequently encountering dead batteries even after replacements. This isn't just inconvenient, it can leave you stranded in remote areas, exactly where many Outback owners like to venture. The infotainment system's reliability extends beyond mere frustration to actual functionality problems. Owners have reported complete system failures requiring dealer intervention. A YouTube review cited reports of transmissions needing replacement at very low mileage, as little as 1,600 or 4,000 miles in some cases. Interior quality issues have surfaced as well. Reports of interior rattles and noises are common, with one Edmunds reviewer mentioning no less than 3 dash rattles in their 2021 model. A 2024 model owner stated, "It has many rattles, many. My previous Subaru never had this many freely vibrating pieces." These reliability concerns not only impact the ownership experience, but can lead to unexpected expenses and frustration over time. Hardly what you'd expect from a brand that prides itself on dependability. Number 1. Not a wagon anymore. The biggest reason you might want to reconsider buying the upcoming next-generation Subaru Outback is something that strikes at the very identity of this iconic vehicle. The upcoming redesign is abandoning its wagon roots entirely. For decades, the Outback has occupied a unique space in the market, a lifted wagon with SUV capabilities that appealed to buyers wanting something different from the countless cookie-cutter crossovers flooding dealerships, but spy shots and official teasers of the 2026 model reveal a dramatic shift toward a conventional, boxy SUV design that has longtime fans up in arms. The new model adopts a more upright and squared-off silhouette, moving away from its distinctive wagon profile towards something that looks suspiciously like, well, every other mid-size SUV on the market. Online discussions on platforms like Reddit have seen comments describing the new design as fugly, horrible, and drawing comparisons to a miniature Tahoe or a Ford Explorer. This isn't just about aesthetics. It represents a fundamental shift in what the Outback has always been. Many loyal Outback owners specifically chose the vehicle because it wasn't a traditional SUV. They appreciated its car-like handling, unique styling, and the perfect balance of utility and drivability that only a wagon can provide. Even Car and Driver acknowledged that while the 2026 Outback retains core Subaru attributes like standard all-wheel drive, its new body style marks a significant departure from its wagon heritage. Some loyal Outback owners have already stated they'll be looking at other brands for their next vehicle, feeling betrayed by this shift away from what made the Outback special. If you're considering an Outback because you appreciate its unique position as the last mainstream wagon standing in America, you might want to either grab the current generation while you still can, or look elsewhere entirely. The Outback, as we've known it, appears to be heading for extinction. But even with the drawbacks we just talked about, the Outback remains one of the most versatile and most practical choices on the market. If you prefer a more conventional SUV, check out this video about reasons to wait for the 2026 Forester, which you can now see on the screen. Subaru's compact SUV is bringing more updates to be even more competitive in this overcrowded segment. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.